Yo ohajimemasu. Minasan, konnichiwa. Welcome to Topic 13. This topic is entitled Daily Schedule. What is your daily or weekly schedule? How do you keep your schedule organized? Do you sometimes feel how time flies so fast and yet you still have a lot of things left to cross out on your things to do for this week's schedule? Time management is very important if you want to live well in the society. In this lesson, we will learn about useful Nihongo expressions related to asking and answering about our time schedule. We will also reflect on the importance of arranging and managing our time schedule as we actually plan for a better time scheduling and management. Let's proceed to Session 1. This session has two objectives. First, to identify the daily schedule of several Japanese junior high school or high school students in order to know the kind of activities Japanese students do every day. Second, to compare someone's daily schedule with another person by saying whether they do the same or different activities.
Guide questions. What is your usual schedule for one day, from the time you wake up until you sleep at night? Do you think you are able to do all the things you want to do or not? Do you think you are spending enough time in doing or accomplishing each activity in your schedule or not?
In the last topic, we learned that it's good to spend quality time with friends and to keep our promises with them by keeping a record of our appointments with them. However, sometimes we already have a lot of things to do and it's hard to keep up with our daily schedule. In this topic, we will talk about our daily schedule and rethink how we manage our time. To be able to do this, first in this session, we will learn about the daily schedule of 3 Japanese high school students, from what they do upon waking up in the morning up to what they do after school. Then, we will compare the schedules of these students. Do you still remember Yamashita Saki? Today, we will talk about her daily schedule. I'll be presenting some pictures, then try to group them into before school activities and after school activities. Afterwards, you will also arrange them accordingly. Are you ready? Let's start!
Before school activity, or after school activity. Check it out. Before school activities. After school activities.
Were you able to get all the correct answers? Hi, very good. In your next activity, I'll be presenting some Nihongo expressions. Try to guess the meaning of each expression based on the given illustration.
Study the pictures and the Nihongo expressions. Before school activities.
起きる。朝ごはんを食べる。
After school activities.
家に帰る。晩ごはんを食べる。宿題をする。勉強する。寝る。
Vocabulary Development Part 1. Let's unlock the meaning of the Nihongo expressions used. 皆さん、読んでください。
起きる。
Based on the picture, what do you think is the meaning of okeru?
To wake up, or to get up.
読んでください。
朝ごはんを食べる。
This has been discussed in topic 8. What do you mean by 朝ごはんを食べる?
To eat breakfast.
読んでください。
家に帰る。
家に帰る means
To go home.
読んでください。
晩ごはんを食べる。
This also has been discussed in topic 8. What do you mean by 晩ご飯を食べる?
To eat dinner.
読んでください。
宿題をする。勉強をする。
What do you mean by 宿題をする?
To do homework.
How about 勉強する?
To study.
読んでください。
寝る。
This is a new expression. Can you guess the meaning of 寝る based on the illustration?
To sleep, or go to bed.
読んでください。
本を読む。
本を読む means
To read a book.
Vocabulary Development Part 2.
Identify the activity being shown in the following pictures.
起きる？さきさんは7時に起きる。朝ごはんを食べる。さきさんは7時15分に朝ごはんを食べる。
She usually eats with her younger brother. Her usual breakfast is rice, miso shiru, miso soup, vegetable salad and nori, seaweed.
家に帰る。さきさんは7時に家に帰る。晩ご飯を食べる。さきさんは7時半に晩ご飯を食べる。
She usually eats with her family. Sometimes, their supper is nabi, Japanese hot pot, and juza, Chinese dumpling.
宿題をする。寝る。さきさんは11時に寝る。
Let's practice saying the expressions by answering some questions. What do you do first thing in the morning?
起きる？
If you eat in the morning, that is,
朝ごはんを食べる。
as a student, when you leave the house in the morning, where do you go?
学校に行く。
After school, where do you go?
家に帰る。
When you're hungry at night, what do you do?
晩ごはんを食べる。
As a student, before sleeping, what do you need to do?
宿題をする。
And then you go to bed, which is?
寝る。
はい。
言ってください。起きる？朝ごはんを食べる。
学校に行く。家に帰る。
晩ごはんを食べる。宿題をする。寝る。
What's in the picture? This time, I'll be showing pictures of Kujiro-kun's daily schedule. Identify the activity being shown in the following pictures. Let's start.
起きる。小次郎くんは6時に起きる。
Kojiro-kun usually wakes up at 6 in the morning. He is not a morning person, so he always needs the alarm clock to wake him up.
朝ごはんを食べる。小次郎くんは6時半に朝ごはんを食べる。
Kojiro-kun usually eats breakfast with his father, while his mother serves them food. His mother eats breakfast after everyone has gone to school or to work.
学校に行く。家に帰る。晩ご飯を食べる。小次郎くんは9時に晩ご飯を食べる。
Kojiro-kun usually arrives home late from Juku, cram school, so sometimes he eats supper alone.
宿題をする。小次郎くんは9時半から11時半まで宿題をする。
After reading, Kojiro-kun goes to his room and does his homework.
本を読む。小次郎くんは12時に寝る。
Kojiro-kun usually reads a book about animals or about veterinary, because he dreams of becoming a veterinarian. After some time, he dozes off to sleep.
In your next activity, we will compare Saki-san and Kujiro-kun's daily schedule. Let's find out if they have similar or different activities.
起きる？朝ごはんを食べる。家に帰る。 宿題をする。
Are Kojiro-kun's activities the same with Saki-san's?
同じ。
Very good! Kojiro-kun wa Saki-san to onaji. Repeat after me. Kojiro-kun wa Saki-san to onaji. Let's compare other activities. After doing homework, Saki-san goes to sleep. How about Kojiro-kun?
本を読む。
Onaji?
No. Not onaji.
Chigao. Repeat after me. Chigao. In this part, Kojiro-kun wa Saki-san to chigao. We will now have our last Nihongo jin, Yu-san. Identify her daily activities as shown in the pictures. Take note that a new expression has been added. Try to understand its meaning based on the given illustration.
起きる？ゆさんは6時に起きる。
Yu-san sets her radio timer so that it will go on with the program on the local radio station the next morning. During summer, her mother opens the window of her bedroom to let some breeze in.
朝ごはんを食べる。ゆさんは6時15分に朝ごはんを食べる。
Yu-san wakes up before her father and younger sister, so she usually eats breakfast alone while her mother prepares her obento or lunchbox.
学校に行く。晩ご飯を食べる。ゆさんは6時半に晩ご飯を食べる。
Yu-san usually eats supper with her mother and her younger sister. Her father arrives late so they don't usually get to eat with him.
お母さん、お父さんの手伝いをする。
After eating, Yu-san and her younger sister watch television. During commercials, Yu-san cleans the bathtub. Because of her diligence in cleaning the bathtub, she gets an increase in her allowance.
宿題をする。本を読むと寝る。
Yu-san usually reads a book before sleeping. When she is ready to sleep, she turns off her light and sleeps.
Let's practice! For your last activity, compare the daily schedule of the 3 Nihongo jins. Is it onaji or chigao?
「同じ」「は違う」「同じ」「は違う」同じは違う。同じは違う。
So today, you have learned about the daily schedule of the 3 Nihongo days, Saki-san, Kojiro-kun, and Yu-san. You also learned new expressions in Japanese like okeru, hon-o-yomu, okasan, otosan no tetsudai o suru, and neru. Minasan, reflection time. What did you learn today? What does the daily schedule of the 3 Japanese high school students tell you? Do you have similar activities with the 3 Japanese high school students? Write it down in your Nihongo notes. Jugyo o warimasu. Sayonara!